welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be cleaning the paintwork on the Nissan with the aid of a clay bar. As you can probably hear, the actual contaminants in the actual paint. So all this clay is going to do is actually just clean the top surface of the actual paint and remove any dirt left behind from the washing process. This has all been snow foamed and cleaned and dried, but it's still got some actual tree sap and bits of dirt and road film actually trapped into the actual paint. So claying will actually remove that and give you a nice smooth finish, ready for your next stage of polishing and waxing and getting ready for next year's show season. This is just one season's worth of contaminants on the paint. I thought it was pretty well protected, but obviously with all the heat we've had this summer and the road film and driving it quite a lot, I've driven it quite a lot this year, the actual paint has got quite a few contaminants in it, so you can actually physically hear the actual roughness of the paint, and that should feel smooth and glossy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do my claying. I'm going to clay the whole car all over before I actually get round to machine polishing and waxing the actual paint, getting it ready for next year, and that should hopefully protect the paint and seal it in so we don't get this problem again next year. But if we do, then we just repeat the process in next winter. The clay I'll be using is a Maguire's clay. I always keep my clay in a little plastic seal tub, stops it from drying out. So it's just the standard Maguire's clay. It's quite cold today, so it'll probably take quite a little bit of kneading to get it nice and soft. So while that's kneading up and getting warm and soft in my hand, I'll show you the actual detailers I use. My main detailer of choice is the Hydrate detailer from Mirror Image. It's an excellent detailer this. It's got a ceramic coating in it as well. But really you don't want to use your best detailers when you're claying. It's quite expensive, even though Mirror Image is a really well priced product, but it also has some products that can break the clay down as you use it. I like to use a cheaper detailer. I got a few freebies here. I've got this one from HD Car Care, orange scented one. It's quite a nice easy detail. I've also got another free sample I got as well. It's a mint one. But also one of the main ones I like to use is the Finale, but again it's a little bit more expensive. But just a budget detail like a Maguire's one, or you could even use your Finale if you wanted to. But I like to use these free samples. I get these from Race Car Box. You get free samples and cheap samples. I think that cost me something like £1. So what I do is I just start by liberally spraying on a coating of the detailer. Kneaded the clay as much as possible, get it really nice and soft. And then you just want to get a nice flat surface. You just want to go in, 2 fingers like that, and just gently go over the surface. You can hear it actually. So it's rough there. And then when it removes the actual contaminants, you can hear it go quiet. So this has all got to be done all over, using as much detail as needed to keep it nice and lubricated, because you don't want to actually scratch the paint. Get a nice clean microfiber cloth as well, and you just wipe that off, and you should be able then, there's nothing there, and on there, rough. Every time the clay starts to get dirty, give it a really good fold in, fold it all back in again, give it a really good knead up. Nice, a nice clean soft consistency, and you can get a nice flat area like that. I just like to use 2 fingers like that, just gently rub it over, and that remove all the contaminants from the paint, and give it a nice wipe over with a microfiber, and that should clean it, and it should be all prepped for your sealer and your wax, or your machine polishing before you do your sealer, just to remove any scratches, any marks. There's a few little marks in it here and there, so I may give it a machine polish before I do the sealer. I don't know if you can see the difference. Probably not. I'll be able to see the difference because it's quite glossy anyway. It's just the actual, when it's machine polished now, I won't be actually polishing any dirt into the paint. So this process removes any of the dirt, so it gives you a nice cleaner surface to work with to polish back up. So you're not going to risk any pigtails and scratches from the actual dirt in the actual paint. You're not pushing the dirt into the actual paint as well, which can cause more scratches. But that feels amazing, and that's just the first stage. It's a little bit there. Just go around with your hand and you can just feel little areas. So just a little bit area there, so a little bit of a spray. Nice minty one. This one smells really nice. Reminds me of Christmas. I think I got it last year actually for one of the Christmas sample boxes. And I got the chocolate orange one over there as well. Chocolate orange scented. Makes you want to have a Terry's chocolate orange with your cup of tea. Yeah, look at that. See, that looks nice. Again, you can use it on the glass as well. You just feel it on the glass there. See all the contaminants are stuck to the glass. Again, you can just give it a quick spray over. Give it a quick wipe. And then that should remove any of the contaminants. See, I washed and dried this yesterday and it's already covered in spider poo. I say I've not been running a cover in here on the car because, again, a lot of damp underneath the cover, but I've been online and I've actually been looking at some damp proof covers which have got like a cotton, almost like a wicking interior in them, so I might get one of those just to keep it a little bit drier in here. I've got to try and sort out the damp. I thought I had actually, but there's still some damp coming through one of the walls, so that's something else I've got to do over winter. But the car's going to be off the road now until spring. I've got a few modifications to do to it. I'm going to hopefully finally sort out the exhaust. I'm going to get that welded up. I'm going to go for a V-mount to actually join the actual full branch to the actual main exhaust. I'm going to try and get a V-mount for that welded on. I found a local welder as well as quite a reasonable price. He's also going to weld up the intake for me to make all that one piece. So hopefully that should stop any vacuum leaks and unmetered air getting into the intake. I'm going to try and get some powder coating done on it as well underneath. Try and clean it all up a little bit more, just make it a little bit more how I want it, a little bit higher end, because really happy with this car. It's not going anywhere, it's going to stay with me forever, so I want to try and put more time and effort into it. It's quite a simple little detailing job this. It's quite relaxing. You can put some music on and just chill out, getting a nice warm garage, a nice mug of tea, and just, you know, detail your car, get it all ready for next year. You can probably hear that now. It's virtually silent. That's when you know it's clean. Look, you see all the dirt coming out of the paint there. And we just get that wipe over. And that should be nice and glossy and clean, which it is. So now it's just a long old process now. I go all the way over the car, like I said. I even use this on the glass as well to actually clean the glass up, get rid of all the dirt as well and that. And then when I've done that, I'll probably give it a little bit of a machine polish in some areas with a few scratches. I noticed there's a few scratches on the other side of the roof over there. I'll just go over with my DA polisher with some light cutting compound on it just to remove any scratches. And then I'll use, let's get it, it's still on this shelf over here. I will then use a glaze over the top, either the Auto Finesse glaze, which is really nice, that just fills in your light scratches, or the Pro glaze, which is again a similar sort of thing, fills in your light scratches, gives it a really nice clean look. And then I go over the top with a nice protective wax, like a shell wax, you know, heavy carnauba or something like that, again from Auto Finesse or Maguire's or Dodo wax. They're a quite good make as well. I quite like using their stuff. And then it should be protected and ready for next year. But you must make sure you actually wash your car first before you do any of this. Make sure it's all clean and dry, and then you should get a really nice glossy finish. Like I say, I'll go over the entire roof now and the entire car, and then I'll do the polishing and glazing in another video. So I hope you found this short video helpful. If you have, drop me a comment below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.